today in the Bluegrass State because the all-day wait for Super Tuesday and all the preparation is ended here in Lexington. The Wildcats in search of a 31st straight home win, and the Big Blue Nation will pack inside Rupp Arena for a matchup.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up, and they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Up, down, 'cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
And now for your University of Kentucky Wildcats. At forward, a 6'10" senior from St. Charles, Missouri, number 55, Josh Harrelson. At forward, a 6'8" freshman from Portland, Oregon, number 3, Terrence Jones. At guard, a 6'3" freshman from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, number 12, Brandon Knight. At guard, a 6'4" freshman from Queens, New York, number 20, Deron Lamb. And at guard, a 6'6" junior from Chicago, Illinois, number 34, DeAndre Liggins. And the head coach of Kentucky, John Calipari.
So there's the Cats lineup on their home floor where they've won 29 straight at Rupp, 30 in a row in Lexington, including their NIT victory a couple of seasons ago over at Memorial Gym. Let's take a look at the Mississippi State starting lineup for Rick Stansbury. DeBost, Jalen Steele, and Riley Beanock in the backcourt with Cody Augustus and Renardo Sidney up front. Interesting concept we've got for you tonight, as the camera up in the speakers is going to be our main view. So if you like Skycam when we bring you SEC football on ESPN, you're going to get a little bit different view from up there. Jimmy, what are we going to see?
Well, you're going to see Kentucky try to drive that ball right across the free throw line, about where that official is right now, Brad. That's their target point in their half-court offense. Try to get it through that SEC logo. If they're having success doing that, and you're seeing it from this camera, Kentucky's offense is clicking on all cylinders.
Let's check in third member of our team, Shannon Spake. Shannon?
Well, Brad, for Mississippi State, this season truly has been a case of what could have been. The team's 3 best players all suspended at various times throughout this year, which has led this squad to start 8 different lineups in just 23 games. The most recent suspension, Rayburn Johnson, who was pulled for 2 games following some negative tweets he sent out about the team. Coach Stansbury told us today that while he will not start, he will play. Now, Coach Stansbury also told me something very interesting today. He said despite all the chaos that they've experienced this year, the chemistry between these guys still very strong. It's the other C that they've had a problem with, and that would be consistency. Brad?
No doubt about that. Both teams 5-5 coming in. Mike Nance has got ball in hand. Ted Valentine and Jamie Luckey are other 2 officials, and we're underway at Rupp Arena. Here's DeBost to bring it into the front court for the Bulldogs.
Kentucky man-to-man defense, and you know that's exactly what Mississippi State wants to do to start this game.
Boy, that was a strong entry pass, and Renardo Sidney threw a hip into Harrelson and tried to set the scene early here down in the low block.
Strong pass, and absolutely Kentucky asleep defensively on the first possession.
Boss comes down with a pull-up 3. Boy, that's a way to start. All right, partner, we worked together a lot of years. I don't know if I've seen a timeout 33 seconds into a game, at least not lately.
I think it's a good timeout for Kentucky. They needed it, Brad. You talk about a team that looks like we're just not ready to play in the first 30 seconds. That was the message from Cal to his kids.
Liggins in low, got it to drop.
And they can drive that ball through the blue part of the floor. That's what Kentucky's dribble drive offense is detailed to do.
Again, Mississippi State got good position in low this time. Cody Augustus.
But from a coaching standpoint, you can start the ball game not clicking on offense, but when you're not down guard and you're alert, you're not talking, that's a sign of a club that's just not at that magic level at the opening tip.
Here's Jones' first touch, and he's going to take it from right there. Missed the three. And Sydney with a rebound. All that big introduction and all the bells and whistles when the light went out and the crowd being wound up, and that's all been taken away here in the first 2 minutes by Mississippi State leading by 5. Jones going left. That's where he's strongest, off the glass.
Well, like I say about Terrence Jones, he goes left and then he goes lefter. And you have to take it away twice on his drives because he's not going to stop himself the first time you take it away.
The reigning SEC Freshman of the Week coming off a 25-point game and 9 rebounds, 3 block shots, though it was a loss to Vanderbilt. Lost. The kick out to Augustus, and now Steele on the baseline, and he drills a 3.
That was beautiful offense by Mississippi State to split the double team and then make the right pass to the corner. Kentucky right now just a half step slow in every area of this game.
Knight's going to try to answer with a 3 of his own, but Sydney will snatch down the miss. And Mississippi State with an early 6-point lead and a great start here in the first 2.5 minutes. Sydney on the baseline. They'll work it back around the perimeter. 10 on the shot clock. Bost lost the handle momentarily. They're going to have to hustle now to get a decent shot. Augustus knows it. He goes against Jones on the baseline. One more pass. Steele. He got it away. But a nice job defensively by Kentucky. Andre Liggins now gotten away with a shove there, but he keeps the ball alive tonight. And Lamb for 3. Got it.
Brad, he's shooting about 42% from the three-point line in conference play. And you have to go out with cautious closeouts on Deron Lamb and Brandon Knight because of their ability to also go by on the bounce. That makes them 2 or 3 percentage points better as a three-point shooter.
In all games included, he's the best shooter in the conference at 47% out there. He just cut it down to a 3-point game, and Mississippi State threw it away for the first time.
Cautious closeouts on Knight and Lamb. The reason why, not only do they stroke it from 3 well, but they get to the free throw line a lot. That combo right there tells you they're more than just a jump shooter. They're more than just a driver.
They had Darius Miller in there. They've got 3 of the top 6 3-point shooters percentage-wise in the conference. Jones.
Good afternoon in their walkthrough. And they need to get somebody with a fire lit under their backside.
Deron Lamb drains it. He's got 5. They'd like to play a little bit of zone to rest him, but as you said earlier, the Kentucky shooters are too good for the most part to stay in that very long. Jones, even though he used the left hand, he went to his right. Johnson missed a 3. Kentucky can close the gap a little bit. They were down by 11 a moment ago. We're past the midway point of the first half. Liggins got an open look. Got it. Nope. In and out. Halfway home. Harrelson sticks it back up there, and he'll go to the free throw line. Couple trips down court's made his presence felt. The #1 offensive rebounder in the SEC, and he just keeps hanging around that basket. And he's cut the 11-point lead down to 6. Johnson rushed his shot. Darius Miller blocked it. Crowd coming to life at Rupp. Miller, 3. Harrelson almost had another one, but it bounces to Benot.
Brad, the last 2 weeks, Kentucky in practice, they've practiced with a rim protector. So when every shot is taken, it's going to be an automatic miss. It's made them a better rebounding ball club.
Liggins runs the floor, cross courts it to Miller. All the way around to Liggins.
Well, that is a slow, standing straight up and down zone right now by Mississippi State. Looks like a tired zone. You see guys with their hands on their shorts and Renardo Sidney pointing at himself, and they better lock down on this possession.
This old foul going to be on Benot. Miller, 3. Got it. Lamb. Knight trying to feed the post, and he threw it away.
So hard to throw it to a post guy when he's running towards you. That's a very hard pass to make and a more difficult pass to catch.
Steele worked for a tough 15-footer. Miller blocked it. Second block shot by Darius Miller in the first half. He finds Lamb against Beanot off the glass.
But he has made up some ground on Jimmer Fredette, I think, in the last week.
Yep, I agree with you. Packed house at Rupp, as it always is. Brandon Knight backpedals to look back to Coach Calipari to get the call.
Brad, you have to make Bernardo Sidney move. He's standing right underneath the rim right now, resting. You got to make him move if you're Kentucky. Teammate of his to really lock down and really fight it defensively and fight and scratch and claw. That's what Rick Stansbury has been up against this year with this kid.
If I was 6'10", 300 pounds, I'd make a freshman point guard run me over.
Sure.
Kentucky, a little over 3 minutes remaining in the half. Nice pick and roll. Vargas missed a jam.
Nothing wrong with that.
And now they've got exactly 3 seconds. So Jones will bring it into Brandon Knight. He's going to have to hustle. And he attempts a shot from midcourt. And if Mike Nance call a whistle, that's going to be a 3-shot free throw attempt when the ball was about 45 feet away from the hoop. Let's see if that's going to be the situation. I think it is. Now the question is, was it a shooting foul or not? We haven't gotten an indication yet. Now Rick Stansbury staring down Jamie Luckey. And he's going to be refrained by his assistant coaches and other guys over there on that bench. Because he doesn't need a technical, but he just got one anyway. You couldn't implode any worse than this in 3 seconds, if you ask me.
Well, Brandon Knight makes a high IQ play. And he's trying to look, watch it. He's going up right now. As soon as he saw the contact coming, he did the right thing and got that ball up in a shot position. Rick Stansbury also, I tell you what's happening right now, the carryover from last year when they played Kentucky.
Wow. This is the craziest 3 seconds we've seen in a while. And Rick Stansbury, they're still trying to get the players off the court. They're trying to get him off the court. They're trying to get Brandon Knight to the free throw line.
Ten straight whistles to close out the game at Starkville last year went against Mississippi State when they played Kentucky. And in the SEC title game, he felt like there's a late call missed on an offensive rebound from a missed free throw. Now he gets one right before the half. It might be a game changer.
Now the free throws for the original foul at midcourt of all places. This might be a 5-point play for Brandon Knight. If it is, it's going to be a tie game with a second to go in the half. Oop, there goes one missed.
You cannot have a worse way to close out a half than what Mississippi State has just done. Look at this.
4 points with no time off the clock. And what was an 11-point Mississippi State lead at one point is down to 1 at the break.